Donald Trump, on his first day as President of the United States, made a very harsh statement about Russian aggression against Ukraine. He said that dictator Vladimir Putin is destroying the Russian Federation with war, and such a statement does not bode well for Moscow. Yale University professor Jeffrey Sonnenfeld writes about this in his article for The Time. According to the expert, the US president was not exaggerating when he spoke about Russia's dire situation. Trump is right. Russia is failing on the battlefield, with casualties approaching 700,000. Its reliance on North Korean troops and Iranian drones shows Putin has failed to advance his military agenda, and a war-fueled economy is sapping the country's vitality in every sector. Putin is destroying the country's once mighty industry. Russia is in real trouble, and Trump's return could send the Russian economy into the abyss and deal a fatal blow to Putin's shaky regime. The article says Sonnenfeld noted that the new US leader has all the resources to bring down the Russian economy by next Easter. To do this, it will be enough to more strictly control the implementation of the sanctions already imposed. Many supporters of Ukraine feared that Trump would push Kiev to capitulate to the aggressor for the sake of a peace deal. However, the new US leader's latest statements show that his position has changed. Probably upon returning to the White House, he received reliable information about how weak the economy and Putin's regime are. Russia's economy is collapsing. Putin is cannibalizing its manufacturing economy to finance the military-industrial complex. The professor writes, oil remains the regime's weak point. If Putin loses the income from its export, neither his economy nor he himself will last long. Financial reserves have been almost exhausted in less than 3 years of war. There is nowhere to get money from. Inflation is breaking records. Oil revenues represent a powerful restraint on the Russian economy, and Trump has understood the power of that leverage, the article says. Sonnenfeld drew attention to Trump's threat to lower oil prices by increasing US production by 3 million barrels per day. If he carries it out, Russia will have to sell its black gold at a loss. This will undermine the country's financial stability. And if Trump also introduces additional sanctions against the Russian oil industry, then, the professor is sure, this will make Putin beg for mercy. The expert recalled that the US won the Cold War thanks to economic pressure on the Soviet Union. Its economy literally collapsed, unable to withstand military spending. The current Russian Federation may repeat this fate. Trump has the ability to puncture Putin's propaganda balloon and push Russia's economy to the point of collapse if he chooses to do so, Sonnenfeld said.
Aerial views of Rafah, in Gaza on Monday showed the widespread destruction after more than a year of war. According to Associated Press, as well as the devastation, the video also showed Palestinians attempting to return to their homes since Sunday's ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. People are seen trekking through the wreckage, some on foot and others hauling their belongings on donkey carts. During the 15-month war, many have had to relocate several times as the Israeli offensive targeted different areas of the enclave. The return of the families comes amid looming uncertainty about whether the ceasefire deal will bring more than a temporary halt to the fighting, who will govern the enclave and how it will be rebuilt. The United Nations has said that reconstruction could take more than 350 years if Gaza remains under an Israeli blockade. The war in Gaza began when Hamas-led militants attacked southern Israel on October 7, 2023, killing some 1,200 people, mostly civilians, and abducting around 250 people. Some 100 hostages are still inside Gaza, at least a third of whom are believed to be dead. The Israeli military bombardment that followed the attack has flattened large swaths of Gaza and displaced 1.9 million of its 2.3 million residents. Over 46,000 Palestinians have been killed, according to Gaza's health ministry, which says women and children make up more than half the fatalities but does not distinguish between civilians and fighters. The Israeli military says it has killed over 17,000 militants, without providing evidence.